I burned my past with a single message. As the flames caught, something in me came alive, raw, electric, free. My thumbs trembled as I typed. We're done. No more cash. No more lies.
Goodbye.
By sunrise, their world was ashes. And I stood there in the glow, unscathed, finally untouchable. Ever wonder what it takes to walk away from the people who made you? Let me show you how I found out. My name's Caleb, and for 10 years, I was the quiet engine keeping my family's wreck afloat. Not the hero, not the golden child, just the guy who held the line while everyone else pulled it tighter around my neck. I was 23 when the crack started. Creditors calling at midnight, my dad's voice shaking through the phone. Their condo, days from foreclosure. Back then, I was an apprentice electrician, barely covering my own bills in a one-room loft with a dying light bulb. But when they called, I answered. I always answered. I took over their bills, paid off their car, and even funded my little brother Milo's tuition at some glossy tech school that promised to change his life. He was their prodigy, the one who could do no wrong.
Me?
I was the spare part that kept the machine running. I can still feel that first $8,500 transfer, my hands dirty with grease, the smell of metal heavy in the air. Dad swore they'd pay me back, soon, Caleb, soon. That was 8 years ago. I never saw a cent. Meanwhile, Milo posted TikToks from Vegas while I worked weekends. My parents acted like I owed them my spine because they'd given me lungs. The cracks deepened, small, sharp moments. Like Mom's glare when I mentioned saving for a motorcycle. You got that kind of money? She'd snap. Or Milo's smirk when I asked about his projects, as if I was too dumb to understand his world. I swallowed it.
Paid anyway.
Kept wiring the money. Until the night, everything blew. Thursday, 11:59 p.m. I was cleaning tools when my phone buzzed.
Group chat.
Dad's message. Caleb, we've agreed. You're no longer family. Don't show up anymore. Milo replied with a thumbs-up emoji. A thumbs-up like my exile was a joke. I just stood there, staring. No reason, no warning. It was like hearing a fuse pop in total darkness.
I didn't argue.
Didn't call. I leaned on my workbench and typed.
Fine.
Every payment stops now, phones, cars, tuition. All of it.
Sent.
15 minutes of silence. Then chaos. Mom, what are you doing? Milo, you're screwing me over. Dad, fix this before you ruin us. I didn't reply. Instead, I logged into every account I'd ever opened for them, phone plans, car loans, Milo's tuition portal, and shut them all down. One by one. My hands steady, my pulse steady, like someone who'd finally cut the main power. By 2 a.m., my phone was melting down. Missed calls, angry voicemails, guilt-ridden messages. I ignored them all. Cracked open a soda, let the fizz fill the silence, and watched their panic unfold. They thought they could erase me while feeding off my sweat. They didn't realize what they'd just ignited. But the real fire started long before that night. 7 years back, when their debts came crashing in and I, stupid, loyal, bailed them out. $12,000 to clear a lien. Phone plan in my name. Milo's $15,000 tuition, year after year. I wire the money. Never asked for thanks. They promised to repay. They never did. 3 weeks before the "You're not family" text, I told them I was done. I wanted to save for my own workshop. Dad's voice turned venomous. After all we've done for you? Mom added, you're abandoning Milo. You owe us better. I owed them nothing. But guilt is a stubborn current, and I let it drag me one last time. I paid part of Milo's final tuition, $14,000, and said that was it. They went silent. Then they sent the message that burned the bridge. After that, I tallied every cent. Bank records. PayPal. Transfers. 8 years of support. Total, $142,000. My future, drained wire by wire. By dawn, I sent them an email. Subject, your debt, $142,000. No explanation. No emotion. Just truth. Dad replied in minutes. Let's talk, son. You're better than this. Mom posted online about ungrateful children. An uncle chimed in, "Shame on you, Caleb." But then, a cousin messaged. "They took $7,000 from my mom too. You're not the only one." And my grandfather, the quiet one, texted, "Send me the totals. Don't stop now." That's when I realized I wasn't the villain of the story. I was just the first one to stop bleeding for them. Then came the real shock. A week later, a call from Chicago. A probate officer. He said, "We're reviewing your grandfather's estate. Your name was on a trust, but it was removed. The signature isn't yours." My dad had forged my name. They'd stolen a $35,000 inheritance. Cashed it 5 years ago, the same year they renovated their condo. They didn't just drain my wallet. They robbed me blind and smiled across the table while they did it. My lawyer called it what it was: fraud. We filed. The trust reopened. The condo, now legally mine. They were evicted. Their lies untangled, one document at a time. I don't care about the money anymore. I care about the truth. They thought they could cut me off. But I was the one keeping the current alive. I'm still standing. Still wired. Still free. If it were you, could you forgive them?